to practice with two steps and multi-step equations. So let's go ahead and get started with question number one. Question number one, our first thing that we want to get rid of here is the constant, which is this 3 right here. Okay, because we're going in reverse order of operations, so we're going to get rid of that 3. And get rid of that 3, we are going to subtract 3 from both sides. So subtracting 3 from both sides, and what we get is simply 9x. And 13 minus 3 is 10. Now that we have 9x, we have the term with x by itself on one side. We're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficient. So we're multiplying both sides by 1/9, which means that x equals 10 over 9. To check it, we plug in 10 ninths into x over here. And what we get is 9 times 10 ninths plus 3 should get us 13. The 9's can cancel out with each other, so we get 10 plus 3 equals 13. So 13 equals 13. So that means we did it correctly. Here, in our second equation, what we're going to try to get rid of first is this negative 10. Remember that this is a negative 10, so I want you to think about how we go about getting rid of this negative 10. Go ahead and pause the video and try this question out on your own. To get rid of the negative 10, we have to add 10 to both sides, okay? Which gets us negative 3x equals 21, because 11 plus 10 is 21. Multiply both sides by negative 1/3, which means that we get x equals negative 7, okay? Because to check it, we plug negative 7 in right here. And so we get negative 3 times negative 7 is 21, positive 21, minus 10, which is 11. Okay. Then that means that we did it correctly. This question here, the term with that has no x is this one right here, so we're going to try to get rid of that 10. Remember that this right here is a negative 3x. Okay, keep that in mind. So we're going to first subtract 10 from both sides, which gets us negative 3x equals 15. Okay, because remember this is a negative 3x. We're going to multiply both sides by negative 1/3, the reciprocal of negative 3, to get rid of that. And what we get is x equals negative 5. Okay, so just to show it, we cross cancel right here. Cross cancel right here. This 15 becomes a 5 because 3 goes into 15 5 times. To check it, we plug in negative 5 right here, and I'm going to go ahead and do the keep change. So we have 10 plus negative 3 times negative 5 should get us 25. Negative 3 times negative 5 is 15, positive 15. 10 plus 15 is in fact 25. Number 4, again, what we're going to try to get rid of is this constant right here first. And remember that this right here is a negative 10x. Okay, negative 10x. Go ahead and try this one out on your own. So what we're going to do to get rid of this negative 40x is add 40 to both sides. Okay, and then what we get is negative 10x equals 45. Then we're going to multiply both sides by negative 1/10 to get rid of this 10 right here, so that these cancel out. And then 45 and 10 can be cross-cancelled as well. This turns into a 2. This turns into a 9. So we got 9 times negative 1/2, which gets us negative 9/2. Here, to show that we did it correctly, I'm going to do keep change again. So we get negative 10 plus negative 10, or negative 40 plus negative 10 times negative 9/2 should equal 5. We can cross cancel right here, so we get negative 5 times negative 9, which is positive 45. Negative 45 plus 45 is 5. Here, this is now multi-step equations. Okay, so what we have to do first is we have to distribute, because this left-hand side is not simplified. So we're going to do 5x times 3 and 3 times negative 2, getting us 15x minus 6 equals 9. We're going to get rid of the constant again, which is this negative 6 right here, and we're going to get rid of it by adding 6 both sides, which gets us 15x equals 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. Multiply both sides by 1/15, and we get 1. X equals 1, because those cross out. Like so. This 15 crosses out with this 15. This 15 crosses out with this 15. So we just get 1. To check it, we have to follow order of operations again. So we got 5 times 1 minus 2, in parentheses, all of that times 3. So 5 times 1 is 5. So we have 5 minus 2, which is 3. So we got 3 times 3, which is 9. So we did it correctly. Okay. So again, the first thing that you're going to do for unsimplified or multi-step equations is to distribute and simplify the side. So go ahead and try this one out on your own. What we do first here is we're going to distribute, so negative 9 times 3x is negative 27x, negative 9 times 2 is negative 18. To get rid of the negative 18, we add 18 to both sides, and that gets us negative 63 on this side, and then just negative 27x on the other, multiplied by the reciprocal of the coefficient, and then cross cancel, because 9 goes into 63 7 times, and 9 goes into 27 3 times. Then 2 negatives cancel out. We get positive 7/3. The check, we get right here, when we plug it in, we see we can cross cancel again. So this 3 cross cancels out with this 3, which gets us 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 times negative 9 gets us negative 81. For these equations where we have a binomial in the numerator, and what we need to do first is get rid of the fraction. And to do that, we need to multiply both sides by the denominator. So in this case, the denominator is 2, so we're going to multiply both sides by 2. 2 times 19 is 81. And so we get 6x minus 4 equals 81. We're going to get rid of now this negative 4. And we're going to do that by adding 4 to both sides. And when we do that, we get 38 plus 4 is 42. And so we get 6x equals 42. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficient. So multiply both sides by 1/6. Cross cancel, because we can. Right here and here. This 42 turns into a 7 because 6 goes into 42 7 times, and we get x equals 7. Plug it in, we do 6 times 7, which is 42. 42 minus 4, which is 38. 38 divided by 2 is 19, so we did it correctly. For number 8, go ahead and try that one out on your own. Here what we're going to do is multiply both sides by the denominator to get rid of the fraction. So we're going to multiply both sides by 5 here. And when we do that, we get 2x. Well, for some reason it's not showing up, so I'll just write it out. What we get is 2x minus 6 equals 20. Okay. And then we're going to get rid of the constant, this constant right here. Okay, and we're going to do that by adding 6 to both sides. Draw the line down the middle so that we can distinguish that. We get 2x equals 26. Multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficient, so we're multiplying both sides by 1/2 times 1/2. So therefore x equals, cross cancel, this 2 goes into 26 13 times, x equals 13. And to check it, again not showing up, so let's just do this by hand. So we got 2 times 13 minus 6 all over 5 should hopefully get us 4. And 2 times 13 is 26. minus 6 over 5 should get us 4. 26 minus 6 is 20. So we got 20 over 5 should be 4. And 20 divided by 5 is in fact 4. So therefore, we did it correctly.